Minnesota state lawmakers are set to tap the brakes on handheld cell phones while driving. Driving while holding a cell phone could soon be illegal. Eric Nelson has more on legislation that will impact millions of Minnesota drivers.
Using your phone in any way, shape, or form may soon become illegal here in the state of Minnesota. DFL lawmakers and other Minnesotans met today here at the state capitol pushing a hands-free bill. Now the bill will hit the House floor today and soon it will go to the Senate.
Saying to Minnesotans that you can't hold your phone in your hand while you're driving, whether you're texting, which is already illegal, or dialing a call. That would be something that would be new, that would be against the law. What we're saying is we want your cell phone not in your hand while you're driving to minimize its distraction to you as a driver.
At the news conference in St. Paul, House Speaker Melissa Hortman said she believes the House bill is well constructed. As far as GPS goes, the potential new law is clear. Set your navigation system before going out on the road. Distracted driving is a huge problem, and there will be penalties if hands-free becomes reality.
There's a fine system, and really there's a value in saying that this is against the law, so people know what the standard is that they need to live up to.
Now 17 states and Washington, D.C. already have a hands-free bill. We will see soon if Minnesota will join that group. In St. Paul, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
The penalty for driving with a cell phone in your hand would be a $225 fine. A separate bill would make certain cell phone related crashes a felony if they result in serious injury or death. You may have noticed potholes are particularly bad this year.
The worst of all extremes. A week ago we had freezing rain, 6 inches of snow, and as everything melts like this, it sits in the low spots of the depressions of the road and freezes at night and pops asphalt out.
59th Avenue in Brooklyn Center is really rough. Huge gaps in the road can be seen for at least a mile. Brooklyn Center crews are working overtime making repairs. Potholes can start out small and then in one night grow 5 times as big. Crews had to wait until today to make more permanent fixes.
This morning, St. Paul Municipal Asphalt Plant opened up, and so now we're permanently patching potholes with hot mix asphalt.
This area of Brooklyn Center is slated for reconstruction next year, so crews will have one more summer of patching potholes in this area. Well, all the snow may be causing problems on the roads, but it did have a positive impact on places like the Loppet Foundation. It has seen an increase in visitors thanks to the snow and the new Trailhead Lodge that opened late last year.
Having a space that people can gather in, they can get rental skis, they can get their ski passes, whatever, and just kind of hang out afterwards, have a beer. You know, there's the Cajun Twist, the restaurant facilities in there, so all those things have really helped to get more and more people out.
The Golden Valley facility is less than a year away from hosting the cross-country ski World Cup. To get ready, organizers have tested out new ski routes, and they also tested out how the flow of traffic would work. We're also preparing for the possibility of much warmer weather, like we're expecting at the end of this week.
We have artificial snow here that we make, and that really makes it better. And the plan is to make some really giant piles of snow, and if we need them, we'll push them out if it gets real warm.
Next year's World Cup will take place March 14th through 17th. A Plymouth medical company could see a big change this week. The parent company of Smith's Medical could announce either a sale of the medical division or make it a standalone company. An announcement is expected Friday. Smith's Medical is owned by British-based Smiths Group, which largely has an industrial focus, not medical. Smith's Medical employs about 850 people in Minnesota. At this year's Parade of Homes, you'll notice a trend in new home construction. As Corey Bork reports in this week's Business Matters, it's a trend fueled by buyers on opposite ends of the home buying spectrum.
Really makes it an attractive option for those looking for a smaller home, even at the entry-level price point.
In this brand new Plymouth neighborhood, you'll hear a common refrain.
We have really seen the single-level concept villa product explode.
We are selling like crazy.
Homes selling so quickly, builders say they can't construct them fast enough.
Anytime we put up villas, they sell rapidly. It's actually hard to keep up. We wish we had more land and more space to build them.
So what makes these homes so popular?
This is the master bedroom, master suite, with an adjoining bathroom just off to the side of the living room.
Representatives from the Parade of Homes tour say we have to look back to how people lived a century ago.
They can go through their entire day. There's other than one step to get into the front door. There's no stairs required throughout the entire home.
It's a concept popular among baby boomers looking to downsize.
There is a 30-inch counter for everyone to sit at. It's really a lot of space for entertaining.
And it's popular among buyers you may not expect.
It's been a surprisingly popular product with young couples looking to get into their first home.
About 20% of homes on the Parade of Homes tour are now single-level living.
In the last several years, last 5 years, it's really taking off.
Taking off because of another big factor, the cost.
You're not paying for that second floor, in some cases several bedrooms that you're not otherwise going to be using, or storage space you might not need. So buyers who want to add a little extra flourish to their home are able to do so.
For Business Matters, Corey Bork, CCX News.
The Brooklyn Park Police Department has a lot to brag about. Canines Kylo and Loki recently certified at the United States Police Canine Association Region 12 Narcotics Detection Trial. Canine Kylo placed first overall and Canine Loki placed second overall. Kylo started with the department in 2016. A big congratulations to the top dogs.
The Hopkins girls basketball team aimed to finish off a perfect season Saturday as they played for the Class 4A title. The top-seeded Royals facing Stillwater in the final. Delaney Wagner hits a three for the Ponies, and they take a 27-24 lead. They're up by 2 at halftime as they shoot for an upset. The second half, though, is a different story. Taylor Woodson drives to the hoop to give Hopkins the lead for good at 36-35, and they're just getting started. Delela Shakolas drives for the layup, and the Royals' lead quickly grows to 9 points. KK Adams is on fire in the second half. She buries a three from the corner for a 49-40 lead. And it's another from nearly the same spot for good measure on her way to a 12-point night. Hopkins gets the steal. Paige Beckers delivers behind the back pass to Woodson for the layup. Hopkins outscores Stillwater 47-16 in the second half to win going away 74-45. Royals win their 7th state championship in school history, finishing the season 32-0.
I don't know, it was hard, especially since we came out of the half and we wanted to get a strong start, and they came out and scored 4 points against us, so we were down 6, and we worked so hard, and I knew we were going to get it. I just knew it.
In boys basketball, it was an epic battle in the Section 5 4A championship game as neighbors and rivals Park Center and Champlin Park faced off at Rogers High School for the title. The Pirates' Josh Brown hits for 3 first-half three-pointers. He scores 12 points in the game. Park Center leads 13-10. Champlin Park comes back. Jace Miller with a steal and breakaway one-handed jam. The Rebels take their biggest lead of the night at 26-18. The Pirates come back, scoring the next 7 points. Tommy Chapman gets free and close for 2. But it's Champlin Park taking a lead into halftime. Jacob Johnson scores just before the buzzer. It's 31-27 Rebels at the break. It's a low-scoring second half. Benedetto drives to the basket and scores, and putting the Rebels ahead by 5 at 36-31 as he gives off on the pass to Francis Wakoria. No surprise in this back-and-forth game that the Pirates would rally. Datavius Frierson scores. It's 41-38 Park Center. End of regulation, the score tied. Otto with a chance to win it on a three from the corner, just off the mark, and these teams go to overtime. They actually go to 3 overtimes, and with 5.8 seconds to go in the third OT, it's Chapman stepping up and knocking down 2 free throws to give the Pirates the winning points. They win a section title for the 4th time in school history, 57-55.
As a senior, you know, when we've been knocked out 4 years straight, we didn't know what we could do until tonight. You know, the reality came real, and we're going to finish this thing out.
Well, more on the Pirates plus state tournament teams Maple Grove and Hopkins Tuesday here on CCX News. The state tournament begins Wednesday. In adapted floor hockey, a local team overcame a slow start to their season to play the way into their championship game at state. The Robbinsdale Hopkins Mountain West Honka PI Division team met Brainerd for the state title. Trayvon Odie of a shot on net here that's saved. Matt Allard knocks the puck in for a rebound goal, and it's 2-0 Warriors in the first period. Later, Odie steals the puck in the Robbins zone and scores, and Brainerd leads it 4-0 after one. Second period, the Robins' Vincent Liu intercepts the Brainerd clearing pass. He shoots and scores to get the Robins on the board. It's 5-1. But that's as close as Robbinsdale gets. Ote snaps a shot home from along the boards to give Brainerd an 8-1 lead. Freshman is one of 3 Brainerd players and had a hat trick as the Warriors hand Robbinsdale Hopkins a 13-1 loss. In the consolation final of the PI division, Maple Grove defeated Anoka Hennepin 10-4. In the consolation final in the CI division, Maple Grove beat White Bear Lake 11-7. That's all for sports. More news in a moment.